be one ruler, one king. Discover the
Welcome to Box Office Breakdown, the channel where you will get the latest box office rankings, movie performances in the US, and many more every week. Today, we'll be counting down the highest grossing movies of the weekend. So let's get started. Number 10. The Fire Inside.
On to bed, I got training in the morning.
When you win that prize money, we get our own place. Just us.
USA Boxing hasn't won a gold medal since 2004.
While the movie did maintain its position in the top 10 this week, it has struggled to attract public interest despite stellar reviews and positive audience score. Against a budget of $12 million, it's looking very unlikely that the movie will be able to break even at this stage. The movie took 5 years to come together, with pandemic delays, a studio switch, and even a major recast. Destiny went all in to play Claressa Shields, training for months in the ring, so intense her body sometimes gave out. However, her hard work has really paid off, as she has received rave praise for her performance as Claressa.
It's London. Can't nobody beat me.
Number 9. Homestead.
We got hit.
That's the sun.
America's just been attacked.
After today,
Still holding strong this week, the movie kept its spot solidly in the rankings. With a domestic total hitting around $17 million, the film can now be coined as a successful venture for Angel Studios.
You think that you're above the law? You think that the rules aren't for you?
The film also features Don Olivieri and Bailey Chase and tells the story of an ex-Green Beret who finds himself at a prepper compound, where love, truth, and community all clash in unexpected ways.
Welcome to Homestead. Your guys have to learn how to farm.
We grow our food. We raise our animals.
Number 8. Gladiator II.
It's life. I don't know why you are so greedy for it in this one.
Your Majesties.
With no major releases this week, Ridley Scott's sequel is still holding its current spot, marking its 7th week in the top 10, a streak only matched by Wicked so far.
Ready to roll!
Did you know that after the success of Gladiator II, Ridley Scott has joined the exclusive club of directors who've crossed the $5 billion mark at the box office? Not bad, Mr. Scott.
You have something in you. Rage. Never let it go.
Number 7. Babygirl.
CEO means being a collaborator and a nurturer.
Don't you have to be at work?
Everyone is just waiting for me to buckle under the pressure.
It's now a good time to introduce.
In its second weekend in theaters, Babygirl has weathered the storm amidst the fierce competition and held off quite well, achieving an increase of 3% from last week. Despite the low cinema score and the popcorn meter suggesting otherwise, it does seem that the movie has attracted viewers who were intrigued by the movie.
That's incredibly inappropriate.
At this point, it looks like the movie might struggle to break even, especially with its $20 million budget, even with the international release yet to come.
Hey, how'd you get that dog to calm down?
I gave it a cookie.
You always have cookies on you.
Why, do you want one?
Number 6. A Complete Unknown.
Why is that? I wanted to catch a spark.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair.
The Bob Dylan musical biopic had a good hold this weekend with a drop of only 30% from last week. It is already the highest-grossing movie ever for its distributor, Searchlight Pictures, ahead of The Menu and Poor Things.
You can be beautiful or you can be ugly, but you can't be plain.
With its $70 million budget, the movie's success will pretty much hinge on how well it does internationally, which is not scheduled to happen until later this month.
How about that Joan Baez, folks? Well, she's pretty. Sings pretty. Maybe a little too pretty.
Number 5. Wicked.
Wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me. What?
The film adaptation of the beloved stage musical dropped one place this week, as anticipated due to its release on VOD. However, despite this, the movie still earned around $10 million and withstood A Complete Unknown for the 5th spot.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Did you know that Cynthia Erivo used the music of Wicked as her safe space throughout university? She also saw a large piece of herself in the incredibly misunderstood and maligned character and instantly connected with her.
Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
Number 4. Moana 2.
You guys, we got this. Bring it on, Coco.
Finally surpassing Wicked this week, Moana gained one spot and is slowly but surely approaching the much-coveted $1 billion mark at the worldwide box office. The movie has delivered terrific holds at the box office, after generating record numbers since the Thanksgiving period debut. Moana 2 is also on track to overtake Universal's Despicable Me 4, making it the second biggest animated film of 2024, right behind Disney's own Inside Out 2, all in all cementing Disney as the leading animated production house. Number 3. Nosferatu.
Come to me.
The horror movie had a decent hold this weekend with a drop of 40%, which is pretty impressive for a film in that genre. Nosferatu is providing much-needed counter-programming at the box office, which is dominated by family-friendly fair movies at the moment. Nosferatu is already one of the highest-grossing horror movies of the year, having reached $100 million globally. Given its budget of $50 million, it seems that the movie has already reached break-even point for Focus Features.
But I've never been so happy.
Number 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No! My turn.
The blue hedgehog finally surrendered the top spot this week, after occupying it for the last 2 weeks. The movie has overtaken the first Sonic the Hedgehog on all fronts, and now it's setting its sight on the haul of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which should happen in the coming weeks.
Won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code!
The trilogy recently passed the $1 billion mark in combined global box office revenue and has become one of the highest-grossing franchises in box office history.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
Number 1. Mufasa.
I told you to wait for me.
We can't just leave him here.
Rules are rules, Tucker. The king will never accept a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just...
Mufasa finally managed to be king of the box office this week after dwelling in the runners-up position for the last 2 weeks. Despite the low opening, the film made a strong attempt to regain lost ground, benefiting from the festive period. Against a budget of $200 million, it may end up breaking even or even generating average returns, but it's still trailing its predecessor by a wide margin, which will ultimately be considered as a disappointment for Disney.
We do not associate with outsiders. Tucker is the future king. We must protect the bloodline.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel.